Hi, beauties and babes. Happy Wednesday. Thank you for joining us. This is Beauty Tutorials Unveiled on Channel 7. We have a special episode for you today. We have Boulevard Lash Company back room ready, which is super exciting. We had a great time last time, so we're so excited to be back with my business partner and best friend, Bola. So, stay tuned and make sure to answer. We'll make sure to ask any questions. And just a quick rundown. I like to give a quick rundown each Wednesday on how the show goes. So, sometimes we have a hard time with the tutorials and we need help breaking it down. You watch it, you try it, it doesn't work out. So this is an opportunity to get a chance to speak directly with, the bloggers and the, YouTubers and find out exactly how to do that style or, whatever skill it is. So today episode is about how to clean and properly store and maintain your lashes. So, let's jump right in. Hi, Bola.
Hi, how are ya?
I'm good. Someone's talking to me like, yo, know me, girl.
Well, thank you so much for having me back here again. It's really a
Yes, it's
pleasure.
a pleasure. Thank you so much for joining us. So, as we know, there's levels to this lash game, and you could put them on, but maintenance is so important. So we were so glad to get into that because you want to get the biggest bang for your buck, especially when it comes to Boulevard lashes. These are luxury lashes that are reusable, so you want to make sure you're getting your money's worth. So I think this is a great segment on how to make sure you're doing that.
All right, so great. So let me tell you a little bit more about our lash line at Boulevard Lash Company. So Boulevard Lash Company is a vegan cosmetic indie brand. And so what that means is that all of our products are cruelty free. And so with that being said, our lashes tend to be a little more durable than those of our competitors. So that being said, you can use our lashes up to 25 times with proper care. And that's exactly why storage and cleansing is so important. And so, before we get into the tutorial, I just want to run over really quickly 5 really important steps when it comes down to cleansing and storing your lashes. First things first, you want to make sure that you use items that you already have at home. So, you don't need to go out and buy any fancy lash shampoos or any fancy lash cleansers, because I'm more than certain that whatever you got in your cabinet at home will be sufficient. So first things first, you want to be able to wipe down your lashes with a makeup wipe. And then you want to remove any glue using either your fingers or some tweezers. Then you want to disinfect your lashes. Now, I've watched a ton of tutorials on, how to clean and how to store lashes, and a lot of people really, really miss this. And so when you're disinfecting, you want to use a isopropyl alcohol so that way you're getting all the makeup and all the gunk and all of the sebum from your skin. Make sure you're getting that all off your lash line. And last but not least, you want to store them in a dry and cool place. And you can use your Boulevard reusable lash case to do that. So, without further ado, first things first, I want to show you guys. We should have a photo of what a used lash looks like. So what we've got is a dirty pair of our lashes called Braveheart, a dirty pair of our Braveheart lashes. And the thing about dirty pair of lashes, if you look at them, you can see, some of the foundation, some of the concealer, some of the eyeshadow that really, really gets caked up, right on the band. And so that's why it's really, really important to make sure that you disinfect your lashes. And so a lot of people are going to suggest, that you use, a mild shampoo, or you even use a lash shampoo to clean your lashes. That's great, but we're really, really missing the disinfecting part, and that's why we want to use isopropyl alcohol. So now we're going to get into the actual tutorial. And so, first things first, uh, we're seeing a dirty pair of our Braveheart lashes. And as you can see, you've got, the sebum, the dirt, the buildup. And then what we're going to do, as you can see, we're going to grab a makeup wipe. And you have these at home. You can use anything that's oil free. You can use a baby wipe, anything that's sort of damp, just to kind of get the excess foundation and eyeshadow off of it. And then once you do that, you're going to use your tweezers. You can use your fingers. I've seen people even use safety pins, whatever you need to use to pull off the extra glue off of that lash band. Right. And so once we pull the glue off of our lash band, we're going to use a 70% isopropyl alcohol solution to really, really disinfect and to really, really clean our lashes. Right. And so once we do that, we want to just set them down and allow them to dry. Now, because we're using alcohol, they don't take a really long time to dry. They can take anywhere between 30 minutes, 45 minutes to dry. And then you want to put them into your Boulevard lash case. And the cool thing about our lashes is that every single lash that you get comes with a reusable case. And you can honestly hold all of your lashes in one single lash case. So, Boulevard, we have a commitment to just the environment and making sure that everything is green and clean. So please, please, please reuse these lash trays.
Yeah, awesome. Awesome. Thank you so much. What a detailed description. That's awesome. We love the live tutorial and voiceover. That was great, opportunity to really get a chance to see. So guys, make sure if you have any questions to ask us. Well, would you say this is the way that you clean your lashes?
You know what? I have finally sort of graduated to cleaning off my lashes like a big girl. Before that, I would, just kind of use my fingers, pull off the glue, and go on about my business. I wasn't really disinfecting, the way that I should have. And being that I just naturally have really, really sensitive eyes, I found that since I started disinfecting my lashes, they just don't water so much, when I wear them. So to make sure, that you get the maximum use out of a Boulevard lash, make sure that you cleanse, disinfect, and store them properly.
Yes, awesome, for sure. What would you say for someone who had like some lashes and, sometimes lashes tend to lose their shape. So what would you recommend for somebody who wanted to clean their lashes even after they kind of look a little bent? Would you recommend like soaking them?
Well, see, you know what the girls say, trust the process. And so when your lashes are looking a little, from the cleansing and the disinfecting process, when you store them back in your lash case, they will, that U shape, will form again. So you just want to make sure that you do that every single time. And honestly, a Boulevard lash is a luxury. The cool thing is that we're able to work with our vendors to make sure that we give you the greatest quality, luxury quality at affordable prices. So with that being said, you want to be able to hold on to your Moxie Lash when you get it, So you just want to make sure that you cleanse, disinfect, and store every single time. Don't be a lazy girl.
Awesome. Yes, thank you so much for that. So yeah, let's get into our girl chat segment and
girl chat.
We'll just, chat it up, talk about lashes and all those fun things. So what would you say your favorite lash is right now?
You know what? It's so funny because it really depends on the time of day. But being that, everybody, should be gearing towards, getting vaccinated, and everybody's outside and looking forward to, like going out to eat and hanging out with friends. I would say the Moxie Lash is probably my favorite lash right now. I would say the Moxie Lash is definitely in season. So just to tell you a little bit more about our Moxie Lash is one of our Boulevard OGs. And what that means is that our Moxie Lash is part of our original collection. So we were founded in 2016, and we started with a total of 10 lashes. And between then and now, some lashes have been discontinued. We've obviously added over 25 more lashes to our inventory. But Moxie is just one of those lashes that the people just love. Moxie is one of our best sellers. We try to keep her in stock. So I would have to say that the Moxie Lash is my favorite lash right now.
Yeah, I love Moxie. Moxie has a special place in my heart. That was like my first like heavy lash. And I just love Moxie. It's so fluffy. I remember the first time I put it on, and I think that Moxie really changed the game for me. I was like, yeah, I can't go back to regular lashes. Like, it was just the perfect fluffy mink. And it was just like, yeah, these are different. Like, these are different. And I love them so much. So, Katie was in the comments, and she said, I just be tossing my poor lashes out with one use. Yes, Katie. So this tutorial is definitely for you. You can utilize your lashes up to 25 times, girl. Please play back this tutorial. Make sure you aren't just tossing out your lashes.
Katie got money. Katie got money.
No, seriously. Not just tossing out a lash, because as ladies, I know you know, like, never forget, you leave your lash out. Next thing you know, your significant other is tossing them out. Like, you're like, where are my lashes? Do not throw, newsflash for guys, don't throw those lashes out that you see on the sink. Like, let them be. They are being saved for a later date, okay? It
but
depends.
here's the
You know what I
thing,
mean? I don't know. You know, if you wear some Boulevard lashes, don't do it. Don't do it.
Don't do it. You know, and there's levels to this lash game, you know, and what I mean by that is that, you know, there's different qualities, you know, of lashes, and Boulevard Lash Company just happens to be the top floor. And so with that being said, if your significant other sees your Moxie, Viognier, Merlot lash laying around, I highly doubt that they're going to throw it away, because honestly, our lashes are so multidimensional. They're super, super fluffy. And so just when you look at them, you can tell that it's not a cheap, you know, hair store, drugstore lash. Mm-hmm. So if your significant other throws your lash away, take it personal, you know, because it's a luxury item. Right. And you can tell just by looking at it that this ain't no regular lash. And that's all here.
Well, let's say it is unacceptable. Don't even. There should be no reason why your significant other, he didn't do it on accident. Clearly, it wasn't an accident. It was out of spite. Sure. That is hilarious. But yes, I love that. So I love how you named some of the wine named lashes, which is perfect for Wine Down Wednesday. So you want to let the girls know like about our wine named lashes?
Yeah. So the cool thing is, we just dropped a 5-piece lash book. It's called the Bordeaux 5-piece lash pack. And we actually had started working on it so that we could drop it for Valentine's Day. So that's why it's got sort of the romantic sort of feel to it. And so in our 5-piece lash pack, we've got Merlot, Pinot Gris, Viognier, which is like my favorite white wine of all time, Pinot Noir, one of my favorite lighter lashes, and then we've got PS I Love You, which is completely sold out. Yeah, which is completely sold out. So if you want the PS I Love You lash, which was a hit for Valentine's Day, you would have to get it in the Bordeaux 5-piece lash book.
Yes, that is my fave. That's what I'm currently wearing, my go-to all the time. What lash are you wearing currently?
You know what? I'm gonna keep it real with y'all. So this some new. So I'm always looking for something new. You know, I'm always looking for new inventory, you know, always, you know, talking to different vendors, you know, shopping around, trying to find something for the girls, right? So I've got a lash on now. I haven't named it yet, but it is going to be part of our Roaring 20s collection. Roaring 20s. So Roaring 20s describes a time shortly after the Depression where everybody just wanted to go out and party. So you have the Great Depression. Everyone was poor. Everyone was sad. Then the Depression somehow passed. Read your history book to find out. And then everybody just wanted to go out and party and have fun and drink. And so the Roaring 20s collection pays homage to that. So we've all been in the house during quarantine. We all try to get outside. So right now I am working on a special lash collection that really, really embodies this cultural zeitgeist, for lack of a better term. So yeah, so right now I haven't named this lash, but it will be part of our Roaring 20s collection. And I'm gonna tell you this right now, baby. Yeah, this collection right here, listen, this is for the grown folks, okay? This is for the grown folks, okay? This is for the people that like the 25 millimeter lashes. I mean, the lashes that are sky high, the lashes that break necks, turn heads whenever you walk out. Now, If you're one of our more modest girls, you know what I mean? You just try to be easy. You're not trying to hurt up, just a little something slight. We got something for you. So we've got our all natural collection, which is actually completely sold out right now. It's completely sold out, but we will be restocking that collection in 2 weeks. So please run to the website, become a Boulevard Insider by signing up, subscribing with your email, and as soon as we restock the all natural collection, you'll be the first to know. So saying all that to say, this here right now is for the Roaring 20s collection. If you need something lighter, we got some for you too.
Awesome. Definitely looking forward to the Roaring 20s collection. It is going to be a hit for sure, just in time for the summer, because, you know, everybody likes to try something new in the summer. I always get my nails longer in the summer. I know the girls are wearing longer lashes in the summer, so it is right on time, and, you know, we definitely can't wait for that. So, thank you so much for joining us. It was fun.
Wait.
Back, of course, anytime.
Is that it? Is it over? Oh, no. I was having way too much fun sipping my Vizzy hard seltzer. I was having way too much fun.
Yes, hard seltzer was Wine Down Wednesday, so you know you're right on target. But yeah, you know you're always welcome back for sure. There's always like I had said earlier, there's levels to the lash game, and like you had said also, so there's always more things to talk about when it comes to lashes. So you know we will definitely be circling the block time and time again. It's always a pleasure for sure. So yeah, let people know one more time where they can find you personally, because first of all, like, you know, Boulevard is Boulevard, but who are you, girl?
Who am I?
Yeah.
I love me. I don't be trying to hurt nobody. I be staying out the way. But if you want to follow your girl, I be on Instagram sometimes. My name is Bola, like Lola, but with a B, BOLA_darling. Bola Darling. And you can find me on Instagram. And if you follow me on Instagram, I'm going to just put you on a free game. I won't even charge y'all for this. But if you follow me on Instagram, I have a tendency to drop like secret promo codes and stuff on my story. So follow at your own risk. But if you want to know where you can stay up to date with all of our restocks and our launches and all of the amazing things that we've got coming up, you can find us at www.blvdlash.com. That's www.boulevardlash.com. And you can find us on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram at Boulevard Lash Company. That's BLVD Lash Company, all one word.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much. It's been a blast. Like I said, time and time again. And yeah, we look forward to having you back. Thank you for joining us. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And if you happen to be jumping in at the end, you could always definitely go to the Stream Channel 7 YouTube channel and play back any of our videos and any of our tutorials at any time. So thanks again.
Thank you so much.
Wine Down Wednesday.
How do you know he or she is the one for you? Child, I get asked the same question over and over again. To be honest, we all know who is good for us and who is not. We get scared or lonely and we settle for anything just to have a title. In this day of time, we got so many people pretending that they want to be in a relationship, but they're only there to waste your time. So here are a few things that will help you determine that he or she is not the one for you.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all are constantly fighting. No chemistry. The conversation sucks. You want to date other people. You initiate contact every time. You can't be yourself around me. And there is no passion. Boring! Simple as that. Remember, don't settle and love will find you. Yes, love will find you. Person that's watching this. It ain't found me yet, but it's gonna find you. See you guys next time.
Hey everybody, this is Marcus Whitfield with the Money Minute topic of the day. Today we're talking debt and how to pay off debt with our debt stacking. So if you don't understand debt stacking, what debt stacking is, okay, it is taking our debts and looking at them and putting them all together and paying them off at an accelerated pace. Let's say we have 6 different types of debts. We got a mortgage, we have a credit card, we have a car note, we have a truck note, we have a student loan and a personal loan. And we're tired and fed up of being in debt. One thing that we could do is create a plan and we're going to accelerate these payments. What is debt stacking, you might ask, or you might wonder? Well, it is looking at that first debt, paying off that first debt. Once we pay the first debt off, instead of pocketing that extra cash, we're going to take that extra money and we're going to stack it onto the next debt. Once the second one is paid off, the second will be paid off a lot faster because we're now accelerating the payment and paying a lot more. Once the second debt is paid off, we're going to take that payment, we're going to stack it onto the third. Once the third is paid off, we're going to stack it to the fourth. When the fourth is paid off, we're going to stack it on the fifth. When the fifth is paid off, we're going to stack it on the sixth and final debt, which is usually our mortgage. And what we'll do is we will compress time frames. We will take a 30-year mortgage and knock that thing down to 17, 18 years. So, debt stacking, paying off debt, that's one way that we get out of debt a whole lot faster.
What got me is like there and was like, it's a rat in here. It's you. The acting. But you know what? I know people like that in real life.
What's the word with K Hicks?
We've got trivia, special guests, and whiskey.
Pour a glass of whatever you're drinking and buckle up.
What's the word?
What's the word with K Hicks? Watch live on YouTube. Wednesdays, 9:30, 8:30 Central on Channel 7. Believe the hype.
Hey, I'm DC Paul, and this is Can You Sing?
We know you think you can sing, but can you sing?
How long have you been thinking you can sing?
Get voted in to compete for prize money. Can you sing? Watch live on YouTube. Mondays, 9:30, 8:30 Central on Channel 7. Believe the hype. Lyrical Pursuit. Teams will compete, but there can be only one winner. In the game that tests music lovers on how well they know the exact lyrics to some of the most popular songs. Watch live and you can be invited to play around live on Channel 7. Lyrical Pursuit. Mondays at 9, 8 Central on Channel 7. Believe the hype.
People do some pretty cool things in their 40s and 50s. Why should saving for retirement be any different? I mean, they go back to college, learn new instruments, start skateboarding. Okay, maybe that one's not for everybody, but saving for retirement is. With aceyourretirement.org, you can get on track with your retirement savings no matter your age. Just have a 3-minute chat with Avo, the friendly digital retirement coach from AARP. You'll get personalized recommendations based on your input that are easy to understand and work with your lifestyle. It's quick, easy, and free. Plus, it's sponsored by AARP, so you know they got your back.
Woohoo! Gnarly move, Dad.
Thanks, sweetie.
So wherever you are in your retirement savings journey, head to aceyourretirement.org and start chatting with Avo today. That's aceyourretirement.org.
It's a strong indication that your partner has issues with commitment, period.
When you've got questions, she's got the answers.
We do have a caller.
But what she says might not be what you want to hear.
The solution to that is Gullah Jack. Gullah Jack tells you plain and simply to just nut the up.
Queenie Unfiltered. Watch live on YouTube, and you could be invited on the show. Wednesdays at 10/9 Central on Channel 7. Believe the hype.
How do you know he or she is the one for you? Child, I get asked the same question over and over again. To be honest, we all know who is good for us and who is not. We get scared or lonely and we settle for anything just to have a title. In this day of time, we got so many people pretending that they want to be in a relationship, but they're only there to waste your time. So here are a few things that will help you determine that he or she is not the one for you. Y'all are constantly fighting. No chemistry. The conversation sucks. You want to date other people. You initiate contact every time. You can't be yourself around them. And there is no passion. Boring. Simple as that. Remember, don't settle and love will find you. Yes, love will find you. Person that's watching this. It ain't found me yet, but it's gonna find you. See you guys next time.
Welcome to What's the Word? This is episode 6. I have my good friend Kaylina here with me to celebrate Mother's Day that just passed. So we are going to have a word on motherhood tonight. So thank you for tuning in. Kaylina is one of my dearest and dearest friends. If you know me in real life, you know this is one of my best friends. She is a mother of 5 at 30 years old. So she is a very unique type of person. She can do, I call her Superwoman all the time because she could do pretty much anything all the time. Like literally, we coming into the call. Her hair was in a braid. There was no makeup. She put the phone down. She picked it back up. 2 minutes later, she looks like a movie star. And it's amazing. So, but before we get into everything that comes with motherhood and all the things surrounding, such a lovely holiday, we are going to get into some bizarre news about Mother's Day. So, Kayleen, do you know the origin of Mother's Day?
No,
do you know where I started? So this woman named Anna in Philadelphia in like 1907, her mother died, and her mother was like a very big like humanitarian person in the community. So she wanted to like do this nice thing for her, and so she started Mother's Day. But what ended up happening is that once like the Hallmark cards came around and stuff like that, she got upset with them, and she started to like beef with these greeting card people, and she eventually went crazy. So now I feel crazy celebrating Mother's Day. I'm like, well, now I'll never buy my mom a card because Anna don't even want us buying cards. She don't even want that.
Oh, were they Mother's Day cards?
She was beefing with the Hallmark companies and stuff, and she eventually went crazy. She died in like a mental institution. That's the origin of Mother's Day. Like now I don't even want to celebrate.
That's interesting.
Yes, it was crazy. And then last week, this lady was on a flight from Utah to Hawaii, and she gave birth to a baby. She didn't even know she was pregnant.
That's awesome. I always wanted to give birth somewhere outside of the hospital. Like it's kind of like a deep fantasy. So like I think that's.
So are you saying you want to keep going?
No, I'm good. I wish I would have had like my daughter in the car or something. I don't know, just like something memorable.
She had it on a plane, but the thing is, she didn't even know that she was pregnant.
Yeah, that's sick.
That's sick. But the baby lives. She's healthy. She made it. Awesome. And then the third interesting thing that I found this week was that, did you know platypuses, they lay eggs and give milk?
That's
like, usually if like you're a reptile, you're one thing. If you're a mammal, you do one thing, but they do both.
Oh wow,
that's
cool.
Sick.
But no, because we make eggs, so is that the same as us? Like we make our eggs.
You know what?
Yeah.
I didn't even.
And we produce
I lived my whole life and I didn't even know I was a platypus. It's crazy.
Yo.
But funny. Let's get into what the word on the street about motherhood is.
Okay.
So I gotta know, what's the hardest thing? So you have 5 kids, but what's the hardest thing with having that many kids, and what's the hardest thing with being a mother over in general?
I would say the hardest thing with having 5 is like finding time for yourself, not losing yourself, trying to keep up with everybody else. So you have to be very intentional with that. And the hardest thing overall, like I always thought it was hard when they were little. But when they tell you big kids, big problems, it's the preteens. It's that middle school age for me.
Oh.
It's a very tough age. So, definitely the preteen, middle school kids that kind of like, they're just in that change of hormones and experiences and very
oh my, I'm over here going like this because I remember when this baby was born,
like half of my head of hair,
and he's having grown man problems. And when I was over there last time, his voice done changed. Like these kids be growing up fast,
taller than me. So that's probably the hardest part. Big kids, big problems. You think they're busy when they're little, but that's the easy stuff. That's the stuff to enjoy. And I just feel like if you can get them through that middle school stage, you'll be okay. I just got to get you through, get you back level-headed and all that good stuff. So, yeah.
So then what's the most rewarding part?
The most rewarding is just the unconditional love. I think that we can all make errors on both ends. So there's nothing you can't do to make me stop loving you. And there's nothing I can do that will make you stop loving me. So I just think that's the most rewarding part of motherhood.
Oh, that's so beautiful. Now, what is one thing that you would tell like a first time mom, like somebody who has no, like, because I ain't got no kids. I don't know if I could take care of somebody. I have no idea how you take care of 5. Actually, you really take care of everybody around you. That's just your personality. You take care of everybody around you. So you just be taking care of everybody. I don't know how you do it because I can barely take care of myself. I be waking up in parks with no phone. Like I'm wild.
So I have to give you 3.
Okay.
So 1 is get the epidural. So
don't go natural. Don't do it.
I have 5 kids, and the 5th one I decided to try the epidural. Why not? It was the most beautiful labor. It was peaceful. It was relaxing. It wasn't rushed. My oldest 3, I had to get didn't have time to get the epidural, but it was a completely different experience, and I was just able to enjoy the labor. So like, if you want to get the medication, get the medication. You don't got to be superwoman and put yourself through stress trying to bring a child into this world. Like, we are phenomenal. We are like just amazing. So get the epidural. Number 2 would be that they don't stay little long. So enjoy the moments, like those tired nights, I have 2 under 2 that sleep in my bed. Enjoy it, because eventually they're going to be big kids, and like those hugs and kisses are few and far in between compared to that age. Like my 2-year-olds and my 11-month-old, they're always kissing me, always touching me. You almost get like touched out, but it's like, eventually there's going to come a time where like I might get 1 hug a day from you. So like, I'm going to enjoy this moment. And then my third is just going to be to really, don't lose sight of yourself. So I think it's very hard. As a mother, we naturally, or most of us, become very selfless in this role, and you forget to take care of you, and you put yourself on the back burner, and you're pouring into everybody else. Remember to pour into you, because you can't pour from an empty cup. So like, do it and don't feel guilty about it.
Wow, that was some great advice. I took it in because I'm single, and I want kids in the next 2 years. I'm just gonna put it out there to the viewers. So if you guys have any questions, hit us in the comments. If you got any good questions for Kaylina about motherhood, anything you guys want to know, let us know. But while we wait and see if you guys got questions, let's get into the weekly watch list. So what have you been, not that you have much time, I know you be on go, but what have you been watching or consuming, podcasts, books?
So I'm not a TV person. I really don't watch TV. I can't tell you one episode. Like if the TV's on like a sports channel, the channel never changes. Like it won't change. You can come to my house today, come back next week, and it'll be on the channel you left it. I prefer podcasts because I can play it while I'm just doing things around the house. I play it in the car, and I like my girl Sarah Jakes Roberts. I'm always listening to her, listening to the Word of God, just trying to be a better me, trying to take in something good. She has a podcast called Involved, and she like it's kind of petty spiritual. So like we're going over like things that happen in the news and like save Mary, something like that. Hail Mary and whatnot. So like, are we saving people or are we letting them roast because they did something crazy? So just stuff like that, just positive things that kind of keep me entertained and make me feel like I have a social life when I don't have time to stop and pause and have one.
Yeah. Well, I need to get into Sarah. What'd you say?
Old school R&B. Always have a moment to throw on some old school music and just
okay.
Yeah.
Who's your new favorite R&B artist?
I don't know anybody now.
You gotta listen to Giveon. Am I saying his name or Giveon? Please, because he's my new favorite, and I can't get enough of him. He's on repeat all the time.
Check him out. I'm so like not hip. Like there was a word I said the other day, and I'm like, do people even still use this word? And like everybody around me was like, no, don't do that. Like no. I'm like, okay.
What was the word, Kaylina? What was the word? Tell us the word.
I don't remember.
Please.
I forgot.
Please tell us the word. Let's see what questions you guys have. Let me tune in because sometimes I just be talking and I don't even be really I be telling y'all I'm looking, but I ain't looking. I ain't talking to y'all. Lonnie said, "Hey Kay."
Hey Lonnie.
We need to all get together. Honestly,
Yes,
you know, I meant to pull up there on Mother's Day and present you with a gift. I wanted you to like, you know, I was like trying to say like thank you. I know you coming on the show this week. I didn't even make it over there.
The intention was there, and that's all that matters. But I'm gonna need you to get it together.
Yeah, I'm gonna get it together because you know what, we do need to get together. Summer's coming. We gotta get you.
Brunch.
You do need some you time. You do need some you time.
So.
And drink. Are you drinking wine with me tonight? No.
No, I
didn't have time. Oh, the life. Yeah. This is what comes with the life, y'all.
All the sacrifices.
She can't drink some nights because she got to breastfeed. This is why I don't know if I could do this. I'm gonna be honest with you. I can barely give up drinking for like 9 days. Like imagine 9 months. Then you want me to? My titties is in somebody's mouth. Like it's a lot.
Yeah.
So I don't know, but right, and I feel like you know what, when the time comes, I'm gonna be able to lock in and do it. It's gonna be a whole different mindset because that one thing about me, I know how to lock into a mindset. But speaking of that, because you know I'm single, because people just be wasting time. You know what I mean? People just be wasting time and won't be trying to commit. And now I ain't got no husband and no baby. So I want us to call our friend Tay because I want him to tell us about a time that he had his time wasted. Because, you know, I feel like men be going through this too. So I want to like open up the floor for us to talk about it.
Okay.
But speaking of that, hey Tay.
Hi Tay.
You know what I mean? Is he here? Tay, you gotta turn me off the other. Yep, you gotta turn me off whatever else you got going on.
Oh,
I can hear me in the background.
No. I turned it off. You can hear me, right?
Okay. Yep, I can hear you. Hey, Tay.
Hey, what's going on?
What's going on? So just so the audience know, Tay is one of my best friends, and he popped out today and decided that he was going to announce that he is doing music and he has a mixtape dropping on Friday. And I was just blown away. I didn't even know this man was doing music. I'm like, who would sneak and do music and do a whole mixtape? So I wanted him to come on today. Album dropping. To let y'all know that it's coming. The street, and now the streets are waiting. Now I'm anxious. I'm itching. I'm gonna be there at 12 a.m. Like, is this on Apple Music, Tay? Is it going on Apple Music?
Apple Music, Tidal, Spotify, DatPiff, SoundCloud, everywhere.
We are out here, and the artist name is Courageous Tay.
Yes, sir.
That's so crazy because I remember when you got that. I remember when you got that nickname, and now look at you, just the artist.
Trying, man, out here trying. Nervous,
but I got you out here.
I'm gonna see how the people receive it.
We gonna love it either way because it's you.
Thank you.
Thank you for coming on tonight. So me and Kaylina just want to know like about a time you had your time wasted, because we know like as women we go through it, we get our time wasted. But you know, I feel like men be getting their time wasted too. So tell us about a time.
Sure. Yeah. I mean, I feel like it's rare among men, or I guess maybe social media kind of puts it out that it happens more to women. But I guess a story I have is basically, put it like this. I started, I guess, going out on dates with this one girl. I really wasn't like.
Now Tay don't go on dates. Tay don't go on dates. I mean, people know.
I wouldn't say that, but you know, I ain't just going out on dates with
anybody. Right. Mm-hmm.
So basically, I mean, I wasn't checking for the girl. It's not like I wasn't basically like not into her or anything. It was just like I wasn't checking for her, and then like one of my friends kind of got into my head and was like, "Tay, why not do it?" So you know. Try to be open-minded about things and whatnot. And, you know, we go on like a first little date and, you know, it was cool. Like I was open to.
What'd y'all do? Y'all did something fun? Or you just like went to dinner?
You know, it was the normal, you feel me, going out to eat date. But like it went really well. So like I was open to going out on the second date. And, you know, the feeling was mutual on the other girl's side. So no, after that, we went on the second date, and that went well as well. So after a while, we kind of just started hanging out a little bit more than usual. And
now, were y'all being like You know what? I ain't even gonna ask your personal business like that on the air. But I do want to know, like, was y'all kissing? Like, was there like a physical aspect, or was it just like you guys were just getting to know each other and enjoying each other's time?
It was more so that we was like, I wasn't trying to like rush into anything, so it was more so getting to know that person and, you know, basically just enjoying their time. So, you know, after a while, that person started to grow on me, and I was hearing the same thing from their side. So the feeling was, I guess you can say, mutual, as like we kept dating. So to get to the wasted my time part, I guess, is like when we were going out on these dates, this person would tell me things like, "Oh, Tay, like when I hang out with you, you kind of make my day better, blah blah blah," or say things like, "Oh, Tay, like this is like top 3 dates I ever been on in my life." So I'm hearing that, and I'm just like, "Word!" Like I don't want to say like top dates, but I kind of feel the same way. Like I have that mutual feeling, like, "Oh, you're cool. Like I can see something possibly happening out of this." So, you know, we go on more dates. We talk. You know, we kind of tell each other things that, you know, that maybe you wouldn't tell like your family or even like your closest friends. So like
I have a
it gets to that.
question.
Oh, go ahead.
Was she like asking, like, were you guys going out and was there always like food involved? Like, was this a foodie type girl? Was she in this for like a come up? Because there's a lot of opportunistic women.
I mean, no. So like it wasn't always food. Like we would also do things like maybe like go to the park and play basketball, or even do like a paint night type of thing. So I would say for majority, I guess you can say like we would eat food every now and then, but like we were always open into like maybe hanging out by like a lake, or even like going out and playing sports, or even just doing paint night stuff, like just like other events.
This all sounds so fun. I'm just over here like a little bit. I'm just like kind of looking around a little bit because I don't ever go on no fun days like this.
What? Why is that funny to you?
Take me nowhere, because why don't nobody want to take me nowhere? That's so crazy to me. But anyways, so you was going on to paint night and paintballing and arcades and all this, and then it was nothing.
So then, put it like this.
Did you?
Like,
my wine kicking in. I was gonna say something crazy.
Oh, Katie, I'm not playing with you right now. No, so basically, you stupid. So basically, you know, it's the new year, and you know how you kind of like write down your affirmations and things like you want to do for the new year, and
so like, maybe writing down affirmations too. That's what you're saying to us.
Yeah, but like it's just like, you know, when you go into the new year, you kind of want to like go in with like a clear head. And you know, you don't want no type of confusion, especially with, you know, things that you want in life, and then like people that are in your life. So basically, like we kind of like went on a date, and like with me is I'm like pretty big with like communication and whatnot. So like on that date, I kind of like, you know, kind of spoke to her, just wanted to see like where her head was at, and like if she wanted to kind of pursue this thing further. So to kind of make a long story short, like through all that, you feel me? I feel like, well, through all that, she basically told me like she only kind of like just saw me as a friend, and I kind of like was kind of like confused by it, because like I said earlier, she would say things like, "Oh, Tay, when I hang out with you, you make my day better," or like, "Oh, Tay, like this is like top 3 dates I ever been on." So it's just like you say all that just to say you only want to be a friend. And I mean, at the end of the day, like the feeling wasn't mutual, and I respect it, but it's just like, damn, you're gonna say all that just for it to end like this. So like, why were you really saying what you were saying? Was it because you didn't want me to see you in a bad light, or like was it more so image? I mean, you want to kind of like portray for yourself as like you're not the bad guy, well, bad person per se. Oh, go ahead.
Did you ever make your intentions clear to her, like what you were looking for and up front?
Yeah, I mean, plenty of times, and I'm not sure if she just.
How long did this go on for?
Probably like at the most, like maybe 3-4 months, we were kind of like doing stuff together.
Okay.
That's a long time.
Did it get intimate?
Say it again?
Did it get intimate, sex, intercourse?
No, it never like got to that moment because like I just wanted to take it slow because I really like fucked with that person. So like I didn't want to do like jeopardize that or whatever. So
I mean,
I never like tried to like force that or rush into it because I really want to get to know that person.
Right. No, I don't think that's rushing at all. That's not like super long. So I definitely feel like, you know, like that's not, I get it. Like, you know, you invest your time in someone, you want it to be something, but I feel like that's a fair enough time to get to know someone and really know like, okay, do I want to move forward with this person or not? Because I feel like anything shorter, you could kind of be calling it quits and not really knowing that person well, you know? But I guess it sucks when you know what you want and you're ready for that. You kind of feel like, well, dang, I just wasted this amount of time with somebody. But it's an experience, and I'm sure, you know, you can take something from that no matter what.
Oh, no, for sure. Like, at the end of the day, like, I wasn't like, I'm not like, I guess you can say, like, a person who kind of, like, gets mad or is just, like, have some type of grudge against you. It's just, you know, like a feeling of letdown, but like I ain't like take it to the heart, but it's just like, damn, like you say all this just to say that. So like what's really going on? What or whatnot.
Did you learn anything from this experience? And I'm sorry I'm laughing, y'all. I just looked at myself in the camera and I looked funny. That's why I can't watch the YouTube.
I guess you can say I guess what you can learn, what I learned from this is just, you know, you got to be careful who you spend your time with and just realize how valuable your time is and just making sure you're spending that time with somebody who's really worth it in the end. So not to say that I regret going on with those days because like at the end of the day, I still had a good time, but it's just like.
Yeah, you said worth it. So you guys aren't friends any longer. Do you feel like it was a hard day?
I wouldn't say that. Like I'm cool with that person, but it's just like I'm not about to be hee hee ha ha all the time with her in the face and whatnot.
Not all men are like that. If you curve them, they do not want to be your friend. I'm speaking from experience here. They do not want to be your friend after. But
I mean,
before we go,
but don't think I'm about to just be hitting you up every day.
True.
I feel you. But before we go, I have one question.
What's up?
Are you going to talk about it on the mixtape that drops on Friday?
Facts. You already know that. You know.
I can't wait to hear them. Let me. You know, you got to hit me on the side and let me know which track it is because I want to know.
God.
For real.
Because now he about to put out a diss track to the Paint Nights.
I didn't say it's a. You stupid.
It's
not a diss track. It's just, you know, experiences being talked about on the project and whatnot.
Love it. So tell the people, you know, we got them up, we got the handles up and all that, but tell the people where to find you, where they can find them. You said Apple, Spotify, it's SoundCloud,
Tidal, that Piff, you know.
Wow.
You can stream music.
I can't believe this. Who would just secretly do music? This is so crazy. Y'all. The viewers are watching this don't even know how crazy this is. Tay really just popped up as a recording artist today. And he's about to be everywhere live in 2 days. What?
But Katie, you can relate. You can't act like you pop out of nowhere with your little book.
But people knew I was writing poems. We didn't know you was back there making music. We didn't know. But now we about to learn. We about to learn today. So Tay, thank you for coming on. I can't wait for Friday. So make sure y'all go see Courageous Tay or follow Millennial Muse, which is Tay's website. He Ben had the website popping. Now he's doing music. Listen, everybody around me, and Kaylina got 5 kids, and she's a respiratory therapist. She just passed her real estate exam. Everybody around me has multiple hustles. I just like to say that. But thank you guys both for joining me. You guys are both busy as hell. All my friends are always busy. As you can see. Thank you, Tay, for tuning in. Tay is not even around. Tay is always on vacation. He was just in Colombia, now he's in Florida. He does whatever he wants to. He travels the world.
I'm not on vacation though. I'm just here to visit my mom. I'm still working from
Right,
home.
for Mother's Day. A word on motherhood. Tay popped up and surprised his mom for Mother's Day. It was so cute. Awesome. That was so cute. So thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you guys for coming. Oh, my special guest Paris is here. She's ready to go. Paris is ready over us. She is ready for bed. She is over what's the word? She is not in with Wind Down Wednesday. Hey Paris, girl. Miss you.
Paris.
Look at me.
But thank you. Right. Thank you guys for joining me. Make sure you guys, everybody watching, stay tuned for Unfiltered next at 10 p.m.
Hey, thank you for having me, y'all.
Yes, of course. Anytime.
Yo, put your hands together for the one and only Mr. DC Paul!
I'll keep that noise going for B-Dub one time, man. Make some noise for B-Dub. Hosting the shit out of this show, man. So I recently started hosting my own radio show, you guys. Yeah, believe it or not, this face and this voice belong on the radio. I got a show on WBOK, 12:30 a.m. If you're ever looking for a black talk AM radio station to listen to, ma'am, 12:30 a.m. is the one for you, all right? Yeah, write it down. If you can imagine what black talk AM radio is like, there's a whole bunch of older black people just listening for like when the next sit-in is gonna happen, right? Or when the next peaceful protest is going down, right? So they hired me to get millennial listeners to listen to the station. And they branded me the Millennial Voice. This is the Millennial Voice on WBOK, you guys. And so like when I first started the job a couple weeks ago, they had me go on a whole bunch of other different people's radio shows to introduce myself to the listeners, right? I went on former City Councilman Oliver Thomas's radio show. You familiar with former City Councilman Oliver Thomas? Yeah. So he does his show at 7 o'clock in the morning. They invited me to do it. Most millennials don't know that 7 o'clock has an AM version, right? But it does. I went there 7 o'clock in the morning. And the station manager, she met me at the door. She was like, DC, before you go on the air, I need you to know you can't say any of these words on the radio. She gave me a piece of paper. I was like, yeah, that's fine, whatever. I put it away. She was like, no, take that piece of paper out of your pocket, look at it, learn those words, because if you say any of those words on the radio, it's a $1,500 fine. It's coming out of your check. Now, I don't get paid $1,500 for the whole year to do this radio show, right? So it felt like if I use one word, I'm gonna be enslaved for the rest of my life, right? So I took it serious. I'm learning these words. I'm like, all right, let me learn these words. Don't say that one. It's gonna be hard, but all right. Don't say that one. Don't say that one. Cool. So I got the words in my mind. I'm going over and over the words in my mind. 7 o'clock in the morning, right? Oliver Thomas has me on the radio show. He's like, DC Paul, the Millennial Voice. We want to know what millennials think about gentrification in the city of New Orleans. And I'm just thinking about the words. And I'm like, titty fuck pussy nigga shit right in the asshole with a big old dick, goddammit. Cunt. And he was like, true. True. So what about these charter schools, though? How would you think about that? So, man, this Jazz Fest weekend. Anybody here for Jazz Fest? I'm a festival person, man, but just Jazz Fest recently, festivals has just been pissing me off. You know why? Fucking parking tickets, man. I got a parking ticket already, and it's the first day of Jazz Fest weekend. But it's funny, because I was a little pissed off, but I wasn't pissed off when it happened, because it seemed like in this city, it's a requirement. In order to be a medium age, you gotta have a long weave and a fat ass. Because I feel like if you've seen them, all of them are cornbread fed. I ain't lying. Like, and it's regular ass women who have decided I'm gonna stop going to CNA classes. I'm gonna be a medium age, get this real money, some authority, pay for this weave, right? So I came to my car, right? I see an orange ticket on the window, and I'm pissed off. I'm like, what bitch ass nigga got the nerve to write me a motherfucking ticket on the first day of Jazz Fest weekend? So I look down the street, and I see her from the back, and she's writing somebody else's ticket, and I see all I see is a long weave and a big booty, and I'm like, well, I guess she's just doing her job, you know? Like, gotta pay for that weave some kind of way. How you doing? All right. So a little bit about me. I am a 31-year-old single guy. I live with my 83-year-old grandmother, and That all sounded real pathetic when I put it all together like that, right? I usually don't say that all at the same time, but I mean, I didn't say like I stay with my grandma, like I stay on her sofa or something. I said I live with my grandmother, as in we coexist in the same domicile. We share things, we get along. We're pretty much roommates. If that sounds any better than what I said before. She's my roommate. Yeah. I won't say that we split all the bills though. That's just not the truth. Like her retirement covers utilities and whatnot, and I'll buy the weed and let her use my Netflix password, which is really my friend's Netflix password, and it's not even mine. So, but it gets a little confusing. Her being like a grandmother and a roommate. Like one time I was out with my homeboy, and she called me and she was like, "Hey baby, how you doing? I just want you to know I made you some red beans and some rice and some cornbread. So in case you get hungry while you're out, don't spend your money on no food because I got you." I said, "That's what's up, roomie. That's why I fucks with you, because you're always coming through in the clutch for a nigga. Appreciate you. Hung the phone up real quick, because wasn't trying to have a conversation in public, right? My homeboy was like, "Hey man, who's that?" I said, "That was my roommate telling me that she cooks in case I got hungry, I could just go home and eat, because she got me." He said, "You got a female roommate that cook? What's she look like?" I said, "God damn it, why would he ask me this?" Fucking shit. If she knew how to text on that damn jitterbug, I wouldn't have this problem, right? So I'm like, fuck. What she look like? She about 5'5", brown eyes, brown skin, fat ass. It's true story, is what she looked like. I said she was 5'5", she used to be 5'8", but spinal curvature set in about 25 years ago. She's just not as tall as she used to be, that's all. Brown eyes. One of them got a cataract, but she don't need two eyes to read Deuteronomy. You understand what I'm saying? Like she knows it verbatim. So fuck the other eye, right? Who needs it? And that brown skin, it's covered in liver spots. It's just a different shade of brown, right? But I'm sure somebody's into it, right? He was like, "Man, it sounds like you live with your grandmother. You saying grandmother got a fat ass?" I said, "Man, listen, when that diaper get full, you really can't tell if she got a donk or if she took a dump." Oh, so y'all don't like diaper jokes, huh? Okay. Oh, y'all must have went to college and shit. Oh, excuse me. So I like to learn new things and teach it to the audience in joke form. It's not always new to y'all, but if it's new to me, it's fair game, right? So I learned this last year. I was in a conversation with a bunch of the men in my life, like my uncle and a bunch of my cousins and stuff, and my uncle was just giving us the game. And he was telling us a story. He was like, "Yeah, man, so I was fucking my girl, right? And she wanted me to go deeper, but that was all I think I had." He said it very matter-of-factly, like we supposed to agree with him, like, right, that was all, right. So what I did was I reached around and I grabbed my nutsack and I pulled it back, right? So when I leaned back into it, she thought I had about a half-inch more dick left to work with. That's what you gotta do, you gotta ball trick these bitches. It was my first time hearing it. I was like, "Excuse me. Oh, let me just repeat. Repeat what you just said to make sure I got it right. Did you just say that when you're having sex with a woman, you reach around, you grab your nutsack, and you pull it back in order to trick her into thinking your dick is bigger than it really is?" And by this point, all my cousins, they were nodding their head like, yeah, that's the ball trick. You've never done the ball trick before? I was like, fuck no, I never did the ball trick before. Like, what? Are you serious? Like, I know we just come out of a recession, but it hasn't gotten that bad. Niggas are now pulling their sacks back? Really? No, I want no parts of that. Sound like the devil, don't it, right? I'm pretty sure it said in the book of Revelations, when the end is near, the ground will tremble, the sky will part, and niggas will pull their sacks back. Bitches shall get ball tricked, and I plead the blood of Jesus upon that ball trick and witchcraft. I send it back where it came from. It's witchcraft. Brother, you ever pull your sack back? You can be honest with me. Okay, well listen. You might have never did it, but it's at least 3, 4, there's 6, 7 niggas in here right now. They're gonna be smashing something later tonight, right? They're gonna be smashing it. They're gonna look around to make sure nobody's watching. They're gonna be like, "You know what he did? Say pull that sack back." Oh, it was real. All right. And to give you the game, find you a piece of duct tape, tape that sack back, free up your other hand, really dip off in that thing. All right. So y'all don't like diaper jokes, but you like ball jokes. What type of, like, did you go to college or not, right? All right. So let me see, I got one more story because I like to learn new things and teach it to you guys in joke form. This might not be new to y'all, but we're gonna find out, right? So this time, she said, oh shit. I just have a feeling that you're gonna be like, oh, duh, everybody knows that. Peep it up. So this time I was in a conversation with women in my life. One of them is my T-Tina. Now my T-Tina, she been smoking cigarettes for like 25, 26 years. So she kind of got a voice like this, all right? Believe it or not, when I use this voice as a female, it's my T-Tina, all right? My T-Tina talk just like this. You know T-Tina. She stayed in the 9th Ward. Yeah, you know T-Tina. And the other one is my cousin Yolanda. She just got just a regular old sweet girl's voice, right? So my cousin Yolanda was like, hey, T-Tina, do you happen to have a facial wipe? And T-Tina was like, well, I mean, I got wipes, but I don't know if they facial wipes. You can still use it on your face, though. And she was like, well, what kind of wipe do you have? I can't use just any old kind of wipe on my face. She said, girl, yes, you can. Hell, it could be a baby wipe. It could be a disinfectant wipe. It could even be a vagina wipe, but you can still use it on your face. And she was like, vagina wipe? I can't use no vagina wipe on my face. She said, girl, yes, you can, especially with that oily T-zone that you got. And she was like, what? My T-zone is not that oily. She said, girl, yes, it is, because your face has its own self-moisturizing mechanism. Now here, take this vagina wipe. Now, I'm listening to them have this exchange. I'm like, ladies, y'all gotta stop using the word vagina wipe like I knew this was a thing. I had no idea. I didn't know that vagina wipes were a thing. To me, vagina wipes was an insult you call all your friends when they beat you in a video game, right? Like, fuck you guys, you're a bunch of vagina wipes. Then you walk away. That's what I thought a vagina wipe was, right? But I had no idea they're actual wipes made for the vagina. And I found out the very next morning that they're a real thing. So I slept in my T-Tina's house. Woke up the next morning, had nothing to clean my body with. They had no deodorant and nothing with me. So I was like, I went into a bedroom. I was like, T-Tina, let me see what's up with the vagina wipes. Let me see what they get it for. So she gave me a handful of vagina wipes. I went into the bathroom, took a horse bath in the sink with those vagina wipes. I sure did. And I will say that when I was done, like I'm not sure about my T-zone being oily because I don't know where that is. But I will say that my face smells summer fresh. That's for damn sure. And my balls are pH balanced. And listen, when you find a product to get a good, any kind of balance on those balls, you take note of that product, you tell people, brother, vagina wipes. Okay, so listen, so y'all didn't know that, anybody did know that vagina wipes was a real thing? Anybody didn't know? So you knew already. You didn't know? You knew. Are y'all friends? Okay, well, as y'all friendship, y'all got some trust issues, apparently, because I don't know how long y'all been knowing each other, but she's been hiding the vagina wipes from you. Okay, well, listen. Okay, here's something else you didn't know, right? So Summer's Eve, Mass and Gill, Vagistat, they all make their own little version of the vagina wipe, right? But also Winn-Dixie, Dollar General, Walmart, they also make a store brand of the vagina wipe. Yep. And they work just as good and have the same active ingredient as all the expensive vagina wipes. It's true. It's true. I think I'll end on that one, y'all. I've been DC Paul. Thank y'all for last movie, man. Give it up for your host, B-Dub.